Next area for active isolated stretching is an area I think is often forgotten but very essential for the golfer, and that's neck range of motion, specifically rotation and side bending that's needed for the golf swing. So if we look at a typical golfer, let's put the arm across, similar to what might occur at the top of the backswing. You look that also includes a certain amount of rotation and through the neck. So if I look at that position here, and then I take the arm position away, you can see that involves neck rotation. Quite a bit of neck rotation. So I think it's important to isolate neck mobility as part of your active stretching routine. And I think it can be done in two positions. It can be done assisted, where you do it self-assisted in a sitting position, and I'm going to show you a couple positions there. And then we're also going to lie on a bench or a table of some sort, and I'll show you how to isolate against gravity, which I think is even more valuable because you're actually working on activating the proper muscles that kind of support the neck. Okay? So the first position, what we're going to do is we're going to work on extension or upward motion, which is needed for proper posture in the golf swing to get out of our forward head, rounded shoulder type position. We need good neck extension. So if you lean forward on your elbows and you just look up, you can actually give a little overpressure through the neck. Good. And you can just work on that neck extension component. Okay, I feel a little stretch through the front of my neck as I go through that. Okay. Neck extension is very important for proper posture and head position in the golf swing. Okay? So as I move out of that, I can come back to a tall position, and I can actually work on bringing the chin down, and I can apply a little overstretch now with my hands behind the neck, just gentle. Pound of pressure, a couple pounds of pressure, just real light at the end. Okay, any pain, any compressive load that sends any discomfort into the arms, obviously this might not be appropriate for that person. Okay, now we can also look at rotation. And with rotation, we use assistance with the same side you're looking toward, that hand in the front, and the opposite hand in the back of the head, and just gently working on applying an overpressure after that active movement. Notice that my shoulder girdle, my trunk stays relatively the same. We're trying to isolate the structures around the neck. Okay? And you can also work on a side bending position with the arm up overhead. Notice that this arm just kind of lays gently at the side. I can almost give a little bit more length or tension by letting the weight of that arm just drop down. And I work on side bending. Now, a key position is also work the neck muscles on a diagonal. So we can work on rotation and forward bend. Good. So you can rotate and then forward bend. Rotate, forward bend. Good. Rotate, forward bend. And then the last thing, if you come back on the elbows, you can rotate and backwards bend and just give a slight overpressure with the same side hand and get more of a diagonal. Good, so that's combining rotation and extension. And I think those will be an excellent starting position. It kind of targets all the specific tissues around the neck in a seated position. So the next position we're going to work, I'm actually going to lie on my side. After moving through the seated position, I think you can actually target the muscles even better against gravity if you use the bench now to lie on the bench. So what we're going to do is we're going to come on my left side. I'm going to kind of lie directly on the bench into the position where I can get the arm off the bench. Okay, the other arm is going to be directly along the body here. And what you can do is you can actually work on the side tilt. Good. And the rotation now through full 180 degrees. Okay, I'm just going to slide up a little bit higher so I can really clear that shoulder and work on full neck rotation. Okay, from there you can come to a position where you can get the elbows and the arms down below. You can work on extension. Okay, you can also give a little assist to that against gravity. Okay, last position, I can lie on my back. Okay, I'm going to have my knees bent, put my head against the bench, and what I can do is bring my chin up to the chest and now assist that movement. Okay, I can also do that for a diagonal. Good, so I'm rotating and then coming up on a diagonal. And I can do that to both sides. Okay. You can also add the diagonal component back into the extension position when you're lying. You can add rotation and then an extension movement pattern to that. So I think the neck range of motion, the mobility at the neck is kind of underestimated, its importance in the golf swing, and I think these exercises will really help you target and get that part of your body moving efficiently.